Hello. Just had dinner. Pasta bolognese. Get in. Anyway. Today I want to talk about my fitness journey and, not even just working out, just my fitness journey in general throughout my life. And I want to talk about something that I learned from it. And this is applicable to any area in life as well. And it kind of ties into the last two videos about beliefs, actions, limiting beliefs, your identity, everything, right? Because at the end of the day, most things tie into that, but this does too. So yeah, I'll start from like when I was young, and then I'll just progress forward, right? So growing up, I played soccer since I was like 4, like since I can remember, I played soccer, and I was pretty good. So I tried out, and I got into some higher level teams than just like my local club. I played in Japan. It wasn't like it was like a tournament, but it wasn't something crazy. But anyway, I played at a decently high level in soccer when I was young. And that was when I was about 11 to 13. So I played 2 years, was doing well, but I got multiple injuries, like back to back, like my knee, and I like destroyed my ankle. Because obviously that's what happens in those competitive games. And pretty much that was it. Like I got too many injuries, and I couldn't trial the next year, and then I was out. But what soccer gave me was an outlet for anger and competition. I think anger and competition and just intense exercise, right? Because when you're playing a competitive soccer game, you're sprinting full speed. You're allowed to be angry and competitive. Not obviously not angry as in like calling them names and punching people, right? But you're competing against another team. So you have this competitive drive. Like I want to win, and it's promoted. It's a good thing. It's what you're supposed to have, right? And yeah, so you're kind of aggressive towards the other team. You're taking out your anger on them, like physically. Obviously not punching on, but you know what I mean, right? I'm sure everyone's played sports. But then I got removed from that high level game, and I went back to the club. But club was just no training. It's just once every Saturday. It's not as serious. No one really cares about it, and it's not as intense. So I kind of lost that intensity and that like competition, and I didn't find it again for a few years. But really, it moved in. It moved inside of me. I feel like it moved internally, where I would just be competitive and aggressive. Sorry, competitive and aggressive towards myself, and I would just talk about myself badly, and be aggressive and competitive towards myself, like all that external, because I could let it out, and it was probably always in there, but during those soccer games and stuff, I could let it out, and it would come out, and then that would be great. And then my Sunday would be amazing. I'd be relieved, and I'd go training, whatever, play, and then game on the weekend again and get it out. But when you don't have a way to get it out, then you just can't get it out. And that's, a thing that I found interesting is a lot of people have dreams about like violence and stuff, and especially even if you're not a violent person, because I mean, not very many people are violent. But I'm sure everyone's had a dream about, violent activities. I won't get explicit, but I'm sure you've all had dreams like that, right? And why do you have it? Why do you have dreams like that, right? You know what I mean? Why is that? Because that's kind of weird, right? Because if you're not a violent person in real life, why are you having those dreams? I don't know if you guys can hear. It's raining. Hopefully, it's not ruining the audio right now. But anyway, well, the reason you have those violent dreams is because we are animals at the end of the day. We all have emotions. We all feel anger, and we all want to be violent. If there was no laws or ethics or rules, and we were all cavemen, you probably would have killed someone. I know it's a bit of a crazy thing to say, but that's personally what I believe. So we live in a society, so you can't get that anger out, and you can't just like, if somebody's like annoying you, or you can't just punch them in the face, right? So you have all this built up tension and stress and anger, and your mind's way of coping with it is to dream about it instead. That's what I think. Anyway, and another way you can deal with it is through intense exercise, right? So my point is, I stopped the intense soccer games, so all of that was inside of me again, and I was like, oh, it's kind of makes you depressed. But then finally I found working out, And I worked out a little bit before with my friends before COVID, but I was working heaps during that time, so I didn't really have much time to go to the gym. But during COVID, obviously we were all at home. So I just started working out. One day I just decided, okay, this is the day I'm going to start working out today. And that's another thing. I believed that I was someone that worked out. It hooked into the last video. And then I would work out every day, and slowly the days would stack up, and my subconscious would register that I'm someone that works out, so I would just keep doing it, right? Anyway. Yeah, so start working out, and finally, for the first time in however long, I had somewhere where I could just exert everything, exert all my force, all my anger. And I used to think, I don't anymore, but when I worked out for the first maybe 3 or 4 years, I used to when I'm going for that last rep, I would be thinking very violent things, or not even violence, but just angry thoughts, rah, get it all out. I'm sure everyone does it, and it's great, and it's something you need to be doing, because at the end of the day, we're all human, and we're going to have that kind of feelings inside of us, and we need an outlet to let it out. Otherwise it's just going to build up inside you and cause all this stress, right? But that's the good side of working out. But the bad side of working out was the real reason that I kind of started. Yes, I could get my anger out, but the real reason I started was because I was a skinny guy. Very skinny. I'm about just maybe 5'11", maybe 6 foot, whatever. And I when I was a kid, I was quite skinny, and I just played soccer. I didn't play rugby or anything growing up. I wasn't allowed. So I was always a skinny kid, skinny frame. I was, I had friends who played rugby. One of my best friends at the time played a lot of rugby, and then you wrestle or whatever. I would always lose. I was the weakest. I was so weak. I mean, I had strong legs, but upper body wise, I was weak, right? So weak and skinny. So I was always insecure of that. I was also always insecure of that. So that's another main factor of why I started working out. Probably the dominant factor was I need to get big. I can't be this skinny guy, Coming from a place of scarcity, right? You're coming from a place of, oh, I'm not good enough. I need to change something about myself, right? And what did that lead to? Well, it just led to burning out, because, if you're approaching something from the idea of I need this thing to make me whole, there's something missing about me, and I need to grab this thing and put it inside me. Like I said last video, or maybe it was the video before, leads to burnout, right? Why? Because you're not taking actions in line with your health and your well-being first. You're acting from survival, right? You're acting firstly, I need this thing, otherwise I'm something bad, right? So fuck how I'm feeling, fuck my health, fuck if I need to slow down and recover. I'm gonna go out there and I need to grab this thing and I need to get it. Otherwise, sorry, I need water for these for these videos. But yeah, otherwise something's wrong. Otherwise, I'm not whole. Otherwise, I'm not good enough, right? And it's coming from a place of scarcity. So what does it lead to? Burning out because you don't take enough rest days. You miss hanging out with your friends. You also train too hard because you go in there and your mindset is oh, I need to do that. So every single set you go to absolute failure. You don't have enough rest days. So yeah, you go in there and you get the anger out, which is good, and it makes you tired, which is good. But really, it's not even optimal for gains. It's not optimal for muscle building unless you're on steroids, which I'm not. So yeah, and it's applicable to any area in life, because if you're going and you're trying to get something in life, but you're trying to get it because you feel like you're not enough without it, then you're going to do things, you're going to prioritize getting that thing above your own health and your own well-being. So you're going to burn out. And this is something right here where I struggle to have the words to explain it, because I think I don't fully understand what I'm talking about right now. I'm trying to, a lot of these videos are me talking, and I'm trying to work it out as I talk and just speak about it, because I know not many people watch this, right? So it's kind of just me, me sitting here talking to myself. But it's good because I can talk out my thoughts, right? Because one part of me says, okay, you need this thing to make you whole, But then you need this thing to make you feel better. But then another part of me, in another half of my head, says like, yeah, but it's right there. It's true. Like, you do need these things. Like, you're better off. Like, you are a better person or whatever if you have more muscle or whatever, right? And I think that's still the insecurity inside me talking, because I think you have to come from the place of, I'm totally enough as I am already. Like, if I never achieved anything more in my life, then I'd be happy. But then the other side of my head says, is that really the way that you should be? So to be honest with you guys, I don't know. I haven't really fully figured it out. But what I have figured out, what I have learned from working out, is that you need those outlets to get your anger out. And you can't come from a place of scarcity, otherwise you're going to burn out. I can't explain fully why, because I fully don't understand it, but I know that if you're trying to get something because you feel like you need it to make you whole, then it's not going to work out in the long run. I've learned that, but why, I can't fully explain. I don't know. But another thing in regards to, letting your anger out, is it doesn't have to be a physical activity, because that was the only way I knew how to get those kind of emotions out of me, was like through like maximum physical exertion. And that's great, right? But if that's your only outlet, or your only way of managing those emotions, then let's say you went to the gym in the morning and you got all your bad emotions out and you're stressed out, but then you come home and then it's like midway through the afternoon or something, and then you get all stressed out again, and you can't go back to the gym and work out again because, you could, I guess, but that's just crazy, right? You're just gonna you're gonna way out overwork yourself, right? So I needed to come up with new ways to deal with my stress. And what were those ways I came up with? Well, I think that one of them was going to the beach. I love going to the beach. It's my favorite place. Warriewood Beach, if anyone who cares. But yeah, cold water is really good. Like, just at the beach, cold water. And also, if you have a cold shower, that's going to get the stress out. I guess it's just a scientific thing. And then another thing, just mindfulness and really thinking things over and breathing and processing your emotions. But I think when you're a young guy, you're not very good at processing emotions. You don't even know what the hell emotion is, and you don't know how to deal with it. So, and if you found one thing like working out that you realize, oh, this helps me, then you just want to spam that one emote the whole time. But you need to learn more and diversify your toolbox, because you can't just keep working out every day all day, right? I mean, you can work out every day, but not all day. Yeah, that's all I had to say for this video. I feel like it wasn't as cohesive as last video. And I think maybe one reason also is I'm not feeling as confident this video as last video, because I made a reel today, which I don't know why, but it was like my story of my like what I just explained, but I made a reel of it. It was like a really emotional reel or whatever, and I was like showing my progress throughout the years. And I made it like my story reel, I pinned it on my Instagram, and which is nice. I think it's good, and I think it's good to have an explanation of your story and whatever. But I just thought it was going to do better than it did. It didn't get as many likes or views or comments as I thought it was going to get. I thought it would have more of a reaction, and that kind of just got my confidence down, which is probably something I should look at and work on, because I mean, obviously, you want to be getting engagement on your Instagram so that it grows, but you don't want to be tying your confidence to that, because now I'm coming on camera less confident, and what I'm saying is less cohesive, because probably I'm kind of before I'm saying everything, I'm kind of thinking about it more because I'm less confident in what I'm saying. So it's reducing the flow of the ideas coming out of my brain, which that's a whole nother video. But yeah, I think you really need to be confident. You really need to believe in yourself to have ideas flowing out of your mind and create a cohesive video, because that's all a video is at the end of the day. It's me transferring energy through to whoever's watching on the other side of the phone, And if you don't believe in yourself and you can't express that energy because you're not confident, well, then you're not going to make much of a good video, are you? So yeah, I need to work on that. But yeah, anyway, that's it for today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's go.